Hi, let's practice our Harvard sentences.
Harvard sentences, Set 1.
The birch canoe slid on the smooth planks. The birch canoe slid on the smooth planks. Glue the sheet to the dark blue background. Glue the sheet to the dark blue background. It's easy to tell the depth of a well. It's easy to tell the depth of a well. These days, a chicken leg is a rare dish. These days, a chicken leg is a rare dish. Rice is often served in round bowls. Rice is often served in round bowls. The juice of lemons makes fine punch. The juice of lemons makes fine punch. The box was thrown beside the parked truck. The box was thrown beside the parked truck. The hogs were fed chopped corn and garbage. The hogs were fed chopped corn and garbage. 4 hours of steady work faced us. 4 hours of steady work faced us. A large size in stockings is hard to sell. A large size in stockings is hard to sell.
Harvard sentences, Set 2.
The boy was there when the sun rose. The boy was there when the sun rose. A rod is used to catch pink salmon. A rod is used to catch pink salmon. The source of the huge river is the clear spring. The source of the huge river is the clear spring. Kick the ball straight and follow through. Kick the ball straight and follow through. Help the woman get back to her feet. Help the woman get back to her feet. A pot of tea helps to pass the evening. A pot of tea helps to pass the evening. Smoky fires lack flame and heat. Smoky fires lack flame and heat. The soft cushions broke the man's fall. The soft cushions broke the man's fall. The salt breeze came across from the sea. The salt breeze came across from the sea. The girl at the booth sold 50 bonds. The girl at the booth sold 50 bonds.
Harvard sentences, Set 3.
The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. The swan dive was far short of perfect. The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the small boy. The beauty of the view stunned the small boy. 2 blue fish swam in the tank. 2 blue fish swam in the tank. Her purse was full of useless trash. Her purse was full of useless trash. The colt reared and threw the tall rider. The colt reared and threw the tall rider. It snowed, rained, and hailed the same morning. It snowed, rained, and hailed the same morning. Read verse out loud for pleasure. Read verse out loud for pleasure.
Harvard sentences, set 4.
Hoist the load to your left shoulder. Hoist the load to your left shoulder. Take the winding path to reach the lake. Take the winding path to reach the lake. Note closely the size of the gas tank. Note closely the size of the gas tank. Wipe the grease off his dirty face. Wipe the grease off his dirty face. Mend the coat before you go out. Mend the coat before you go out. The wrist was badly strained and hung limp. The wrist was badly strained and hung limp. The stray cat gave birth to kittens. The stray cat gave birth to kittens. The young girl gave no clear response. The young girl gave no clear response. The meal was cooked before the bell rang. The meal was cooked before the bell rang. What joy there is in living. What joy there is in living.
Harvard sentences, set 5.
A king ruled the state in the early days. A king ruled the state in the early days. The ship was torn apart on the sharp reef. The ship was torn apart on the sharp reef. Sickness kept him home the third week. Sickness kept him home the third week. The wide road shimmered in the hot sun. The wide road shimmered in the hot sun. The lazy cow lay in the cool grass. The lazy cow lay in the cool grass. Lift the square stone over the fence. Lift the square stone over the fence. The rope will bind the 7 books at once. The rope will bind the 7 books at once. Hop over the fence and plunge in. Hop over the fence and plunge in. The friendly gang left the drugstore. The friendly gang left the drugstore. Mesh wire keeps chicks inside. Mesh wire keeps chicks inside.
Harvard sentences, set 6.
The frosty air passed through the coat. The frosty air passed through the coat. The crooked maze failed to fool the mouse. The crooked maze failed to fool the mouse. Adding fast leads to wrong sums. Adding fast leads to wrong sums. The show was a flop from the very start. The show was a flop from the very start. A saw is a tool used for making boards. A saw is a tool used for making boards. The wagon moved on well-oiled wheels. The wagon moved on well-oiled wheels. March the soldiers past the next hill. March the soldiers past the next hill. A cup of sugar makes sweet fudge. A cup of sugar makes sweet fudge. Place a rose bush near the porch steps. Place a rose bush near the porch steps. Both lost their lives in the raging storm. Both lost their lives in the raging storm.
Harvard sentences, set 7.
We talked of the sideshow and the circus. We talked of the sideshow in the circus. Use a pencil to write the first draft. Use a pencil to write the first draft. He ran halfway to the hardware store. He ran halfway to the hardware store. The clock struck to mark the third period. The clock struck to mark the third period. A small creek cut across the field. A small creek cut across the field. Cars and buses stalled in snowdrifts. Cars and buses stalled in snowdrifts. The set of china hit the floor with a crash. The set of china hit the floor with a crash. This is a grand season for hikes on the road. This is a grand season for hikes on the road. The dune rose from the edge of the water. The dune rose from the edge of the water. Those words were the cue for the actor to leave. Those words were the cue for the actor to leave.
Harvard sentences, set 8.
A yacht slid around the point into the bay. A yacht slid around the point into the bay. The two met while playing on the sand. The two met while playing on the sand. The ink stain dried on the finished page. The ink stain dried on the finished page. The walled town was seized without a fight. The walled town was seized without a fight. The lease ran out in 16 weeks. The lease ran out in 16 weeks. A tame squirrel makes a nice pet. A tame squirrel makes a nice pet. The horn of the car woke the sleeping cop. The horn of the car woke the sleeping cop. The heart beat strongly and with firm strokes. The heart beat strongly and with firm strokes. The pearl was worn in a thin silver ring. The pearl was worn in a thin silver ring. The fruit peel was cut in thick slices. The fruit peel was cut in thick slices.
Harvard sentences, set 9.
The Navy attacked the big task force. The Navy attacked the big task force. See the cat glaring at the scared mouse? See the cat glaring at the scared mouse? There are more than two factors here. There are more than two factors here. The hat brim was wide and too droopy. The hat brim was wide and too droopy. The lawyer tried to lose his case. The lawyer tried to lose his case. The grass curled around the fence post. The grass curled around the fence post. Cut the pie into large parts. Cut the pie into large parts. Men strive, but seldom get rich. Men strive, but seldom get rich. Always close the barn door tight. Always close the barn door tight. He lay prone and hardly moved a limb. He lay prone and hardly moved a limb.
Harvard sentences, set 10.
The slush lay deep along the street. The slush lay deep along the street. A wisp of cloud hung in the blue air. A wisp of cloud hung in the blue air. A pound of sugar cost more than eggs? A pound of sugar cost more than eggs? The fin was sharp and cut the clear water. The fin was sharp and cut the clear water. The play seems dull and quite stupid. The play seems dull and quite stupid. Bail the boat to stop it from sinking. Bail the boat to stop it from sinking. The term ended in late June that year. The term ended in late June that year. A tusk is used to make costly gifts. A tusk is used to make costly gifts. 10 pins were set in order. 10 pins were set in order. The bill was paid every third week. The bill was paid every third week. Those were the Harvard sentences. They're great for practice, and I look forward to practicing with you more later.